better late than never.
All right.
The Witcher 3 Blood and Wine went on sale. That's the DLC for The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. PS4 went on sale over the last week.
Mm-hmm.
I finally got around to playing it. We had spoken in maybe it was like the episode before last, or maybe one before that, about The Witcher 3 Blood and Wine, the DLC winning Best RPG for 2016.
Yeah.
A DLC. And I gotta tell you, man, they ain't kidding.
Really?
Because, first of all, The Witcher 3 was the winner of numerous Game of the Year awards.
Oh, yeah.
And the DLC that came out right after I finished playing through the main game was Heart of Stone, which was a very short quest line.
Yeah.
And a very small map. Now, this one is massive in comparison. The file size on the Heart of Stone DLC was around 3.8 gigs. The file size for the Blood and Wine DLC was close to 13.
Whew.
And the land, and I'm still not done playing it. I just started it a week ago, and I've still. I mean, there's a ton of side quests, a ton of Witcher contracts, and it's The Witcher, man. And, we haven't really got to talk a lot about this game and how good it is. And I was reluctant, very reluctant to buy this game when it first came out. Because I am a fan of RPGs, but more like JRPGs, like Final Fantasy and like Ni no Kuni and stuff like that.
Exactly.
I've always had a hard time getting in. I've tried to play Dragon Age, couldn't get into it. I tried to play Elder Scrolls Online, couldn't get into it. I've tried to play Skyrim when my old roommate had it, couldn't get into it. I'm going to give it another shot with the special edition here soon, because I liked Fallout so much.
Yeah.
So when I bought The Witcher 3, kind of on a whim, paid full price for it, had been hearing all these great things about it, and it was like day one, I'm like, oh, this game's all right. Day two, I'm like, I kind of like this game. Day three, I'm like, I fucking love this game. And what it sets it apart from any RPG that I've played is that the quests are so plentiful, yet varied, and so non-monotonous.
Yeah, because you and I were talking about this a little bit last night. You had said that the quests in the Witcher game are not go here, kill X number of things,
and then go collect your reward.
Yeah, these have like actual legitimate storylines,
legitimate stories, and there's legitimate choices that you make. Not in all of them, but in some of them. And like there is a side quest that I played, and it was a side quest where I enter this tournament, and this is from the Blood and Wine DLC. I enter this tournament. It's like a knight's tournament, and I represent Rivia, where it's Geralt of Rivia.
Yeah,
and you have to win this jousting, or not jousting, but like you're doing this horse race, but you also have to shoot with your crossbow and aim with your sword.
So it's like I forget what
like
those
a
are,
chivalric,
like a decathlon or
yeah,
something.
it's all about like this DLC focuses a lot on like chivalry and the chivalric code and all that kind of stuff. It brings it up a lot. And the story, or the area, is called Toussaint. That's the new map area, and it's very much like old school French kind of feel, and it's very beautiful. Everything's in this like beautiful Instagram filter, and there's babbling brooks and flowery stuff, and it just, in contrast with like Novigrad and Skellige in the game, it's just like this very beautiful area. And I just love that, I'm playing the game earlier today, and I went and you go to these notice boards and you pick up these quests and these contracts, and you go and talk to this guy, and the quest I played today was, these guys are at this quarry. The workers refused to work because one of their co-workers got killed by a cow falling from the sky. And so your job is to figure out how the fuck this happened. So you have to go up and you examine the body of the person who died, and you examine the body of the cow.
Right.
And of course there's some monsters trying to eat the body, so you have to kill them first. But then you kind of use your Witcher senses, and you kind of look at everything, and you examine things, and you come to this conclusion that the cow was dropped by a dragon. And then you go and you inspect part of this crane that was damaged, and you see that there was blood, so it looks like the dragon like hit it and then dropped it, and then so he's leaving a trail of blood, and you find out it's like this baby dragon, and its mom is there, and so you kill both of them
naturally,
right,
obviously,
and then you go back and you know, you tell them what's going on, and that this, you know, and so the guy like talks the other guys to go like, you know, we're good, we're going back to work, and they're like, but so and so hasn't shown up yet, and he's like, no, they sent me a letter, he's going to be here within a week, and they're like, okay, and they start working, and then like he pulls you to the side and he tells you, no, they haven't been here for a week, you need to come back later and I'll tell you what's going on, and maybe you can help me with that. So that's like a whole other quest on top of this one little quest. And that's the thing, when you pick up a quest in The Witcher 3, whether it's a main story or a side quest, be prepared for like 30 to 45 minutes just finishing that one thing. And they are so plentiful. If you pull up the world map just on this Blood and Wine section of what I've on this new DLC, and you see these little question marks all over the place. And so they could be treasures, they could be monsters, they could be entrances to caves, you don't know. So it really makes you want to go check it out. And that's one of the things with DLC, because I hadn't played the game in almost a year.
Right.
I finished it, I downloaded Heart of Stone, and Blood and Wine wasn't out yet. So that was it. I was done. And I kept saying, I need to play this, I need to play this, I need to play Blood and Wine. But I'm so reluctant to buy DLC when it comes out so far after I've played the game, because my biggest problem is, what if I forget all the controls and I suck? And I did for a little while, and then it starts coming back to you.
Right.
You know, but that's my biggest beef with DLC, is that sometimes it's hard to get back into a game after you've moved on to another game.
It's the Gandalf meme. When you load up an old save and it's the picture of Gandalf from the Fellowship, and they walk into the Mines of Moria. I have no memory of this place.
Right. I will say this in closing, Blood and Wine, it's a great DLC. It's about as big as a regular, like, small-scale RPG. I would say I probably got like maybe 15 hours into it, and have only done 2 of the story missions. I've got a list like the length of my TV screen of quests for me to do before I even go on to the story missions. Because I'm a level 42 now, and it goes all the way up to like 47 on some of the quests I've picked up. So, and I usually like to wait till I'm a certain level before I tackle those high level quests. But man, I honestly kind of wish I would have waited and not even played the game at all until Blood and Wine had come out. Because if you can buy the complete edition now for less than $60, with, you know, the Heart of Stone and Blood and Wine DLC included, and just to see, like, to play that game like all together at once, dude, you're talking like 100+ hours easy, and to be completely entertained and engrossed and not feel like it's repetitive at all the entire time. I just can't say enough good things about CD Projekt Red, the development team that made that game, and I'm so looking forward to their next game. It's called like Cyberpunk 2099 or something like that, because it's going to be a Witcher style RPG but set in a cyberpunk universe, and it's going to be awesome.
So, yeah, that sounds interesting too.
Yeah. All right,